morning. Happy Wednesday. Hope everything is going good for everybody. Everybody's having a good day. I'm going to be working a little bit more on this. Calling it an ingot factory now, opposed to a smelting factory. Because theoretically, we're not even using smelters. We're using refineries, boundaries, and all those things. So it's kind of disingenuous to call it a smelting facility when we're not even smelting. But regardless, we're gonna jump in here and get going. You may or may not notice I've redone this water facility. So at the end of the last stream, we had all the water extractors done, and we had piping ran probably to about here, right? Maybe there. Well, I got on yesterday because I wanted to work out some conceptual designs on how I was gonna finish out the exterior of this thing in relation to all of these over here. And I built this. I like this design, right? This kind of blocky exterior. I did some playing around with some signs and details and stuff like that, but realistically, what I started seeing was that this was just way too big. It basically extended out way over there, and portion wise, when you get back and look at this thing from like a grand scale, this compared to what this is going to end up being, just it didn't feel right. So I made the call to redo all of these and reduce them by overclocking them. So I originally had to have 152 of these that weren't overclocked, right? Full overclocking put it down at 61, 62, something like that. So that's what this is. These are all completely overclocked. Took like 100 and I don't know, 83 ish. Well, I can tell you 62, 186 power shards. But what it gave me was a significantly smaller footprint for this building, and actually a little bit more space if I needed to put some more in, opposed to the other one, which was completely maxed out. So so now I got to go rerun all these water pipes again. So that's gonna be fun. It's part of the process, right? And now with this, let me just show you. I gave myself two foundations width to run all these pipes, because where previously I was pulling 2 pipes per row out, I'm going to be pulling 4. So that's two of these is 600, right? Each one of these is 300 per minute. So I'll be pulling 4 pipes per row. So a little bit more, but not too bad. I do want to kind of figure out how I'm going to, you know, if we want to think about this, how do I want to have this to where it's aesthetic and accessible? Accessible. So I could either run them down the edges, give me a little corridor to walk down the middle. I'm definitely doing stuff overhead, right? Some walkways and stuff like that. Let's see how we feel with kind of doing maybe something along. How many are we gonna have? Let's start with that. You know, 4, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. $30, $31. 31 total pipes. If you did 5, you do 6 wide at 5 high. You did 6 wide at 5 high. Be looking like something along. Gives me room to run down the middle. All right, let's do that. Bum, bum, bum. I think I'm gonna keep the same concept that I did last time where I filled up. Do I want to keep the same concept or fill up the bottom? All right, let me think about this. Let's think about this. Hmm. Okay, we're gonna have to transition. Just see how this looks. Not liking that. I'm not liking that. We really do need to fill up going this way and then this way. So I kind of have to do this. No, I'm not liking this. This one's essentially done. This one's maxed out. Now, do I carry this one over? Where you going, mouse? Okay, I almost feel like to back this one up a little bit. Or move this one. Probably have to move this one. Yeah, that's better. That's the wrong one. See how we feel about this. All right, let's run this row. One, two, three, four. That one's gonna be funky. I think that'll work. Um, what in the hell did I do there? Yes. Don't need that thing crooked. Drive me insane. That would have driven me insane. Alright, so build this outer rope. Or not. This technically doesn't matter. Got four coming out from and a half. This outside one's an anomaly. Last one. Correct. Yes. Last two were over our head lift, right? 10. What are these? Head lift. Yeah, these last two are going to be... Yeah, we're going to need pumps on these last two. Because we'll be maxed out on our head lift. All right, so we said we're going to be 1, 2. These two should be doubles. Single, single, and single. But I think this one needs to be further out. We'll see. Morning, surplus. Or afternoon. I guess it's probably more like afternoon for you. Okay. We may have to push these further out for this curve to work here. We'll see. Oh, it is morning. Okay, 10 a.m. Yeah, it's a little earlier than that here. 2:50, almost 3 o'clock in the morning. You know what I probably should do here? Probably should set these at the height I'm gonna tie them into, right? Which is gonna be 3 pipes high. Or 4 ticks up. Let's see if I'm thinking properly on that. This one would be same. All right, where do we want to go to make this curve look decent? Let's try here. But I could go a little further. Let's see. Yeah, that's not bad. Alright, so this is gonna where it's gonna get a little funky, and I think I'm gonna have to give myself some leniency on aesthetics just for this one. Let's see. Because I want this one to go. Let's just pop it back here for now. Look at that. I want this one to curve into here. So maybe, where did I put that there? Yeah, see, I knew I should have left that alone. Let's turn this back. Maybe there. Yeah, that's better. Looks weird. This here. Yeah, but I think what I can do... I think I prefer this being straight opposed to that looking weird, because I could always come through and just delete this support later, and then you kind of don't even know that it's there. Maybe. See, I don't like this. You know, with me having to stagger these, makes me want to go through and just delete all these. That one almost has to be right there for that to look decent. Let's see. Yeah, we got a lot of staggering going on here. Yeah. I mean, like I said, I can go through. It may make more sense if I want to get some uniformity, do this number. Come on. Come on. There it is. Never going to get to that pipe right there, or that support. You're never going to see it either. You know, I could leave it completely blank like this. Which is nice and clean. Or you can come through and just pick an arbitrary spot. And just kind of run them. I think I like it clean like this. Plus less items in the world, right? So yeah, after I run this to the next section, we can probably... You know, we probably need to delete some of these suckers now, to be honest, so you can get to them. This is what we're gonna do. And we can, what we could do, we could even them all back up, right? Just to give us a clean slate. Yeah, we probably should start on the bottom. Looked like I was off there. I guess I'm not. That one wasn't right. There we go. Ooh, multiple ones that I didn't do right. Hello. That would have been bad. For the... Oh, this middle one. Alright, did I miss any? No. Looks like we're good. Yeah, there we go. Alright, these last two are going to need lifts on them. Because that's definitely over 10 meters, if I'm not mistaken. Walls. 8. Now, right at 10 meters. I don't know if I can risk that. I think that's asking for trouble. I think that's asking for trouble. Yeah, I could do that. Might as well since we're here experimenting. Yeah, let's just temporarily run. The buffer. Let me just do this. Keep it at the same height. So I don't know if you were in here when I first started Surplus, but I redid all of this offline. I came through and was working on just some exterior aesthetic stuff. See what I kind of wanted to do to correlate with up here. And this thing was just way too big. You know, I put 152 of these things in, and I was pushing the edge of this. And like when you go back and just look at it from a grand scale, it was just, the proportions didn't work at all. So I redid all this and dropped this down to 62, and I overclocked every single one of them. I'm sacrificing the power shards to have the aesthetics look good, and I think this works better. All right, let's see. Full filling. All right, we're gonna flush. All right, good idea, Surplus. So we don't need pumps on these. I'll need some pumps on some of these as I get down here, as long as I keep stacking these things. It's a glitch to place water extractors on the ground so they don't need water. Never seen that. Like you could put it on solid ground, like on this rock over here. Where am I going? There I am. Let's come out to anywhere. Yeah, I have not seen that. I'm gonna have to look that up. Is it how you, I mean, you're not talking like a nudging, or it's just flat, will just attach to anything, huh? It's also a glitch for teleporting rails. What do you mean by rails? Teleporting rails. I don't know what you mean by that. All right, what the heck are we doing here? All right, so we've got 4 coming out here. I need to fill up 3 here and 1 here. Let's go like, you know, but actually we need, this is what we need. We need to bring these out further. Rails that teleport the transform A to B. Really? I have definitely not heard of that. Or seen it. Oh, that one did what the other one did last time. Oh my god, they're all doing it. I'm just not, I guess I'm not holding it on there long enough. It's annoying and set up. It's annoying to set up and not fun. Interesting. They use blueprints. Huh. I may have to look that up just out of curiosity. I'm not. Did that one? I don't know if I'd ever used that, but. Okay, so we should have 4 open ones. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so these 4 we connect in over here. Let's see if we go here. Oh, I had the curve right there. Okay, I like that. Don't need this one. Don't need this one. Horizontal to vertical. Oh, I forgot to run these junctions first. Ooh. I go the other way. Yeah, I'll go the other way. Okay. 1, 2, 1, 2. So we gotta get these two. That's gonna be a pain in the ass. How do we want to do that? How do we want to do that? This is not going to be pretty right here. Honestly, that actually turned out better than I thought it was going to turn out. Never mind. Okay. We're almost there. Now we rinse and repeat. Question is, how far can I run? Can't run that far. Rather not do this twice. You want to go for a straight look? Where are you talking about? Like where these transition in? The problem with that, I see what you're saying. I don't disagree. Is these aren't 90. Okay, that's 90. So when you do the straight mode, it throws them off because it wants to do a little kick at the end. And I did this on purpose. I wanted this angle look to the building. And I mimicked this angle here. It's the same as the exterior angle, which I did on purpose at not 90 degrees. So it throws these off a little bit. All right, so do I really want to do this twice? Run these up, flush them up, and then run them past? Probably gonna have to. Unless I just run these first. I gotta run these first, this row, and see where they fall. Because I gotta fill in. Where am I filling in? I'm filling in across here. Probably needs to be here-ish. One, two, three, four. Yeah, that's right. Strawberry milk extractors, right? That's actually, turn that off. It's actually copper. But the way that the moonlight hits it, it does look. Pretty sure it does is copper. Yeah, that's copper finish. But it does look very milkshaky. These won't reach, will they? Ooh, actually do reach there. Oh. It may be all right. All right, let's run this. Run this row and see where they tie in. Oh, I missed that one. Missed it. Come on. Thank you. Stop that there. Okay, so these four have to go across these top four. Yeah, that's what I did here. But then I went through and deleted all the foundations. I set them as, I just did a 5x5 blueprint. I like the look of the water, opposed to seeing the concrete underneath. So yes, I did that. I did that trick and then just went through and deleted them all. Probably completely unnecessary, but which one? We've got a rogue extractor. Something looks off. Well, I know what you may be seeing. So see this? I think when I set this row, these foundations, I set these too far back from what I was doing over here. Look at this distance here. Pretty sure this one's further back. Ah, shit, maybe it's not. I don't know. I think it's marginal if I am off a little bit. As much as I've stared at this thing, if I haven't caught it, then we're just gonna ignore it. All right, how am I doing this? So I need to have 2 that are stacking go to, or 4 that are stacking 2 by 2 to go 4 across. How do we make this look decent? See, surplus, this is what it does on straight mode since I have these at the wrong angle. That's why I'm not doing it. How do we feel about this? That's a little tight. What if I came 1 in better? I think I can live with that. So we would, I don't need any bombs. Does running the pipe the other way make a difference? Curve mode? We can find out. See if we can remember this shape. Oops. Go back to curve. It's about the same to me. What in the hell happened there? Ugh. Actually, I don't need to do that. I can do this. There we go. Problem solved. Oop. All right, now let's just hope these reach. Ooh, I have to do these. Like literally just barely. Like that's right on the edge of the distance. Oh, son of a... I think I'm off. I went one too high. Crap. We gotta redo all this. Um... I don't want that to clip. So, what are we gonna do? 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 So we have to do the same thing, yes? Well, that was an easier fix than I was anticipating. Is it up to 52? Shit, I haven't even been paying attention. What is it, 52? Holy cow. Well, thank you everybody for jumping in. Hopefully I'm not making too many mistakes that you're questioning your choices. I think I did have, speaking of viewers, I think I had one stream I did, which I know I'm relatively small, right? I had one stream I did like on a Sunday night. Some random Sunday night. I think my wife was out of town. My youngest had gone to bed. My oldest was, I don't know what the hell he was doing. And I just got in the zone and looked down, and I had over 100. 105, 110. And I was like, what in the heck happened there? When is the ASMR channel for? When is it for? Not sure I understand what you're asking. Like, when am I going to make an ASMR channel? All right, we only have 8, 12 more to go. All right, let's see how far these stretch out. See if we get just as lucky. No, you're fine. You know, to be honest, sometimes it's too far. Like, that's the max right there. Watching people play Satisfactory, depending on what they're doing, is very ASMR-ish. Or it can be, anyway. Because you can just put that stuff in the background, and you don't even have to be paying attention. Ooh, am I gonna clip the hell out of this thing? No, just clear it. All right, so this is the max I can go. I don't know if I can. Don't know if I'm gonna get as lucky this time. Let's see. Let's stack these. We're going up 1, 2, 3, 4. Going up 4 across. 5. You play FS22 watching Ken. Yeah, isn't he going right now? I can never catch. I like watching his stuff when I have a minute. I never have a minute, right? Like, I catch every once in a while. I'll watch, you know, usually it's his shorts or whatever, but didn't he usually go those on the bottom? He's on right now, isn't he? Because he starts at like damn near midnight his time or something like that, and then goes till ungodly in the morning. Which I don't know how he does that. I mean, I can get up early and do this, but I work 10, 12 hours during the day. Like, when I get home, that's the last thing that I want to do. Oh, well, yeah, I guess that makes sense. Because you're in France. He's probably, what, early morning through midday for you? Super convenient. Yeah, I think he comes on at like, I mean, it's like 9 o'clock his time. He's on the West Coast. I'm in Central. So it's almost midnight when he comes on here, and there's no way I'm watching that. 8-hour streams. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if I could do that. Like, I get the most I've done is excuse me, is 5 hours. But I guess it depends on the time of day, right? Like, if I was doing in the middle of the day, I could probably go way longer. Like today, I probably only have, what time is it? It's 3:40 my time. Yeah, I got to be getting ready for work in less than 2 hours, right? 2.5 hours. So You know, I can squeeze in 3 hours here, 3.5 hours, sometimes 4 hours early in the morning. This weekend, though, so my wife's going out of town. Wife and daughter are going out of town, like the last little girls' trip before school starts next week. And my son's got, I don't know, he's got sports stuff he's got to do. So as of today, I'm basically gonna be a bachelor for the weekend. So I may be on here streaming the entire weekend. I don't know yet. Feels like that's ramping up, but I know it's not. Like, if you look at it from this perspective, it looks like that's a ramp of pipe, but it's not. I was looking at this, I don't know, 2-3 days ago. Yeah, I mean, I'm only on phase 4. I've been on pause for ages, right? Since, you know, I've got 2 factories. I got the starter factory and I got the power plant. I mean, granted, I'm building crystal oscillators kind of out in the distance over there. That's it. I've got one, can't even call it a factory. I've got one miner and constructor making the SAM and sticking it in a dimensional depot. But, you know, I'm literally only on my 3rd factory. And I put so many hours into this thing. I mean, I'm at, where do you look at it? Manage session. Uh, 307 hours. And I'm just starting my 3rd factory. And there's so much more to do. But it's exciting as well. So, all right, what are we gonna do here? I think we're gonna have to do kind of like what we did on that last one. So I kind of had to do up and over. Yeah, we set this one at the right height and then made that one come down. Technically it worked. Miss curve. It's gonna clip. Alright, I don't like that. So we need to bring it in. Is that what we need to do? I clear it? Oh, not really. No, what we need to do, we need to bring the other one in. I think that'll solve our problem. That's more fun For you, which part's more fun? See if this did it. It's still clipping. Other way around. You mean pushing it back there? I think it's this angle. If I could shorten this angle, I think we could clear it. Maybe. Maybe completely thinking of that backwards. That's better. I think you're gonna live with that. They're not clipping, they're rubbing. Bottom one left, top one right. Steepen the angle on this one. Yeah, they're still clipping. Oh. Well. Yeah, that's still clipping too. Go back to the one I had before. I think that one was a little bit more acceptable. It's almost like this one needs to go a little bit more. I think that's about as good as we're gonna get. Now is this side gonna give me the same problems? Pretty much, but it's not as bad, right? No, that's bad. All right, let's try. You know, don't really want to make them go this way, but I may have to make them go this way. Would it be the end of the world if... Let's just try this. Yeah, I may have to push everything. You may be right. Now, can I do this? Absolutely not. Hold on. Damn it. Because if I did this, then I could make it work, right? If I put it on curve. Like that definitely works. But you may be right. We may need to push it back. Could we do this? do that. I don't know how I feel about that. I'm almost prefer this slight clipping over that little jaunt. I don't know though. All right, how about this? I need to go refill my coffee. I'm bone dry in this cup. So let me take a short little break. I need to think on this. I'm liking this setup with the slight clipping more than I am this, but I'm not sold yet. So give me a few moments to refill my coffee, hit the restroom, and then I'll be back. All right, I'm back. Got the coffee refill. Restroom taken care of. Yeah, I'm not liking this. Even though I'll probably never see it again. Just not feeling it. I think I'm fine with this little bit of clipping. He is live right now. He's got to be getting close to the end of his stuff, isn't he? I know he was talking about switching over to oops, I don't want that. He wanted to switch over and start playing another game, if I'm not mistaken, right? After he was done with this playthrough he's doing. We don't need curve, we need... Bum, 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 bum. He's almost done with his phase 4 factory parts. Yeah, I'm not even close to that. He started Age of Creations or something like that. Playing both. Gotcha. Yeah, like I said, I just don't... I wish I had more time to... He does some really cool stuff. I mean, I've seen a handful of his streams, and a couple of videos he's putting out. He's putting out way more videos now and shorts than he used to. So I don't know if he's found way more time, or he's got somebody helping him out. Ashes of Creations. I don't know what that is. That wasn't supposed to go there. This is going to be awfully tight. Oh, well, that's cool. Free labor. Yeah, well, it's not really free, right? Yeah, I know. I remember the last time I was watching, he, and this has probably been a minute, he was trying to figure out, like, he's having he had a sister or sister-in-law or something that was gonna help him, but that fell through. I mean, that portion is no joke, like, time consuming. That's why I literally only do streams. I've tried making a few videos. I've made a few. That is just a ridiculously daunting task. I mean, maybe someday eventually I'll do like some short form stuff, but you know, I'm limited on my time as it is just to do the streams, let alone squeeze in oh, I want to go the other way. Squeeze in making videos, right? Do we need pumps here? Ooh, 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 ooh. Do we need pumps here? Yeah, we're 12 meters. Okay. How do we want to do this? Do we need pumps on all four? All right, so this one's the same as those over there that worked. So really it's these back two that need pumps. No, I don't need to put them on here. I need to put them on here. All right, so we've only got two more. Two more rows, or two more pipes to go. No, four more. No, two more. Yeah, two more. All right, so how are we gonna do this? I think we need to come to maybe this point, and then we can curve them out to that point. Let's give that a shot. How tall are we? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, let's see. Let's just run one. Curved. See where we think we want to go out to. That would kind of be there. Let's see where this one would fall. Wrong way. Is that about what we want to do? Uh-oh, I ran out of juice. Yeah, I like that. I think I had enough copper sheets built up. Oi, 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 oi. All right, so why are some Americans unable to pronounce cinnamon properly? I mean, I've always said cinnamon. Are you considering that proper? That is a lot of pipes. Boom, 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 boom. All right, let's run these last two pipes. I think a lot of it has to do with like where you're from in America. Because accents can vary drastically in even just in small areas. Right, like I'm from Texas, and if you go, I mean, obviously Texas is gigantic, right? I think, don't quote me on this, but Texas is the size of France. I mean, probably relatively close, I think. I haven't looked at a map recently, but if you go East Texas versus South Texas versus North Texas, even Central Texas and then West Texas, everybody talks completely different accents. So if you can imagine just extrapolating that, I need that one there. From East Coast to West Coast. Uh, 86 years. I'll take your word for it. Let me look. Yeah, holy smokes. That's unbelievable. I can't thank y'all enough. Makes me feel a little bit validated. But yeah, like, that's straight. The, I mean, as far as size of Texas, I mean, it literally takes you, if you were to drive east to west, it's 800. God, what was the last time I remember? So mile marker 1 starts in El Paso, which is on the border to New Mexico. And then if you go straight across I-10, which is the main interstate that goes east or west across, obviously it's not a straight line, but still it's relatively straight if you're speaking about it. If you go straight across to Louisiana, it's almost 900 miles. And north to south, even more. Like if you go from the Panhandle to like Houston, I mean, you're talking take you 14, 15 hours if you're driving that straight. It's like France. Some people can say, I'm not even going to try those words, surplus. If I were to try to say those, I would say them phonetically. Oh, miles. Hold on. Let me put, I'm sure you know kilometers, right? Let's look up something here. Bum, bum, bum. Oh, I don't need caps locks on still. All right, so in a straight line as the crow flies, east to west, across Texas is 773 miles, which is 1,244 kilometers east to west. So what is... How do you spell that? So I just did a quick Google search. How many kilometers east to west is France? And it says approximately 1,000 kilometers east to west at its widest point. So yeah, Texas is wider than France. By 250 kilometers. France diagonal's 1,400. There you go. I didn't even look up like north-south for Texas. I guess we can check that. Dun, dun, dun. It's even more north-south. Barely though. 1,290 kilometers north to south. All right, so, oops, I need to run this. So how am I gonna tie these two into this array? Yeah, exactly. It's a very weird shape. Yeah, the panhandle, which we call the panhandle, it's basically the top little finger is very square where it meets part of New Mexico and part of Oklahoma, but then the northern border between Oklahoma and Texas is basically dictated by the Red River. So the border between those two states is basically just a river, and same with the south, right? The Rio Grande splits Texas and Mexico, and the U.S. and Mexico. So the entire south border is strictly dictated by the Rio Grande River. That actually doesn't look bad. Kind of like that. Problem though is, where's the other pipe gonna go? Area of Texas is 695,662 square kilometers, and metropolitan France is 551. Yeah. So more area. It's crazy. That's why I was watched a I know we're getting off tangent here, but I watched a video. Ooh, goodness. I don't know how long ago it was, but it was they were trying to correlate, Europeans with Americans, and how Europeans have this perception that just because Americans only speak English, right? Now, we speak a lot of Spanish down in the South because we're so close to Mexico, and the northern states speak French because they're so close to Canada. But generally speaking, not many Americans know more than one language, whereas Europeans know many, right? A bunch of them. And they correlated it based upon travel, right? Like, you living in France, you can jump around, right? You can go to Germany, Italy, Spain, England, all that stuff. The distance that you would need to travel to do those and get a different culture is basically the same as me where I live. Say you wanted to drive to Germany. Here, I'm gonna pull it up. Let's just say distance. Maybe Germany's a big stretch. Even that, right? So Paris to Berlin, Google says it's 1,000 kilometers. That's like me driving to New Mexico, which is one state over, or maybe up into Kansas. Yeah, so the perception that a bunch of Europeans have is that Americans aren't, which is probably accurate. Let me just put that out there, right? Many Americans are very they have blinders on to a lot of things, right? But our exposure to different cultures and languages and peoples and stuff that is sort of limited just because we're so big, right? Like you could probably hit, I don't know how many different countries in a 10-hour driving radius, right? I couldn't even count the number of countries you could hit that you get to could experience all that stuff. A 10-hour driving radius to me, I'm not in one. I'm still in the same state, going 3 directions. I can get to Mexico in 10 hours. I cannot get to New Mexico in 10 hours. I mean, if I hauled ass, I could. I couldn't get to Oklahoma. I mean, I could get to Oklahoma in about 7 hours from where I live, but you know, and I could get into Louisiana a little bit, but that's it. You're going to two different states. So it's kind of relative, right? You're fluent in French, English, and process of learning Italian, Russian. Yeah, I mean, like that's. I would love that. I mean, I speak English, but I also know Spanish. Growing up in Texas, in the industry I work in, I have to know Spanish. I'm in construction, but beyond that, couldn't tell you. Right? I mean, I know they all have a lot of the base. You know, I can listen to Italian and I can pick up probably 75% of what people are saying because I know Spanish. It's all Latin based, right? So as long as you know the base, you could go to Monaco, Italy, Switzerland. Yeah, that's insane. Like, that's absolutely insane to me over here. But you know, I can pick up on some of these languages fairly easily. You know, knowing the base being Latin, you can deduce a lot of different things from some of those. Like French, there's no way. I listen to people speak French, and I can't pick up anything. Maybe a few things here and there. A lot of it has to do with speed too, like how fast people talk. It's real weird. Like the Spanish that's spoken in Texas is different than the Spanish that's spoken in, say, California, because the speed in which the people speak it makes it more difficult to understand. They speak it really fast in Texas. There's not a lot of slow speaking where you can, you know, you have time to pick up on words and stuff like that. It's extremely fast, and not a lot of enunciation, and not a lot of like lip movement, right? Like, so it's harder to pick it up. French is hard, struggling a ton of rules. Oh yeah, I mean that's the same thing with English. We've got different words. There's a comedian. Oh, what was his name? He was from the 80s. Maybe he did some stuff into the 90s. He used to smash the watermelons on stage. Gallagher. He's got a bit where he's got like a Rolodex, and he's flipping over words and trying to pronounce them. You know what? Let me find it. Hold on. I think it'd be funny to watch. Since we're on the topic, we can take a quick break. Let me pause the music. I don't know if I've got my screen share set up to pull in my desktop audio though. Hold on. Dun, dun, dun. Let's see if I can add this in to OBS on the fly. Bear with me for 2 minutes. Audio output. Monitor. Let's see if we can do this. I think it's this monitor. No way. 100. Holy smokes. That's fantastic. I cannot believe that. Tube. Y'all are going to have to tell me if you can hear this audio once I put all this up. Yeah. Okay, here it is. I found it. Let me, come on. Y'all have my screen? I think you got my screen. Can you can you hear this? No audio. Oh, okay, hold on. Boom, boom, boom. It's not picking it up. Do I have the wrong monitor selected? No, that's not picking it up. Hold on, we're going to get there. How about we do this?
Because they're the only ones that got enough time.
All right, I'm going to take it back.
Get down. Check it out.
How about now?
B-O-M-B, bomb. T-O-M-B, Tom, no, tomb. If T-O-M-B is tomb, that's boom, the bomb's over. But no, that's bomb, that's tomb. Get ready. Is this calm or coom? No, that's comb. And that's why spelling bees are only won by introverted little ugly girls. Because they're the only ones that got enough time to memorize this. C-O-M-B, comb. P-O-M-B, poem. No, poem is P-O with an E with an M. Now, P-O-E-M, poem. H-O-E-M, home. No, home is H-O with an M with an E. H-O-M-E, home. S-O-M-E, some. No, that's some. S-O-M-E, some. N-O-M-E, numb. No, that's N-U-M-B. The whole doggone thing is dumb. I was always getting in trouble in school for acting smart. Because I'd ask questions. What makes the Teflon stick to the pan?
Anyway, so that's it's kind of a brief synopsis. There's a few other comedians that do some stuff like that, but yeah, the pronunciation, yeah, and there's a ton of those. It's like you got there and here and I mean, it's just where and where. It's they sound the same, spelled different, have different meanings, can have different meanings per one. But anyway, kind of getting off topic. All right, what? How much longer? I got about another hour. Yeah, I got about another hour. Let's see how far we can get along here. I don't know how we're gonna transition this. Yeah, they're there and they are. Exactly. Dun, 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 dun. I kind of want to get one of these into here, this middle top, but without completely flipping the hell out of it. I don't really want to run it on top of these. It kind of ruins the aesthetic of it. Yeah, I don't know if I want it to go above. I mean, I always could do the nasty, hide it in the foundation, bring it up from the bottom, right? Well, that's gonna even be hard to do. Now that I've got all this stuff in here. Don't want to do this clipping. I mean, it's not horrendous, but it's not, I don't... Let's see what it looked like if we went from above. So we would need to get rid of... Guess we could do this. Nope, 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 nope. Now, see, we're gonna clip again. Dang it, dang it, dang it, dang it, dang it. Huh. Well, I'm at a bit of a loss on... I don't really want to go up another one. Hell, it's still clipping at that. Just have this random... I don't like that. What can we do? Do I bring it all the way back over here? I mean, technically, I could come up here, I could bring it back here. Yeah, I could go into the foundation. That's a tangled mess of didn't even go far enough. Come on. And really, I only need to get it to... Okay, it's not letting me... Whoa, 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 whoa. What in the hell was that all about? Huh, it won't let me... Do I have to get rid of the foundations first? Probably. Like that? Nothing ever happened, right? Nothing to see here, nothing to see here. That looks straight. Slightly off. I mean, I'll make that up when I go straight a little bit. Yeah, that works. Good call, Surplus. Let's see. Go there. And come back one. That's too far. No, nobody didn't see anything. Is that it? Are we done? Okay. So, if I did this right, what is this? 6 by 5 plus 1, so 31. Ah, good call. Thank you. I think I have something wrong though. There's 31 pipes. Shouldn't I have 32? I have 62. No, 31. All right. I wouldn't. For some reason, I thought I needed 32 pipes because I should have 62 4 times. Let's just make sure. 1, 2. Doing here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 52 plus 10, 62. Then we got them all. And I got room to spare if I run short. Now what I think I want to do is I need to build a blueprint. Connect these. Because I'm not going to sit here and run. No, I don't need that. This. Yeah, I mean, I think I only needed 60 and I did 62. So I've got an extra 600. Basically this guy right here. But yes, that's the plan. If I start running short, I've got definitely different options. We're going at 4. Nope. It's only the top one in the middle. That one did the stupid thing, didn't it? Ah, 2 of them did the stupid thing. And of course, can't see the one that I messed up. Probably should have been checking these as I went. Yep, I see one right there. Look. Nope, I did it again. I barely twitched. And it threw it off. Alright, where else? This one. Oh my god. Alright, now we're good. Alright, let's delete all these supports. Okay, what do we want to call this? This is 31 pipe 5x5. Blueprint for 31 pipes 6x5 plus 1. Where do we want to put this? Let's just put it in undefined for now. Pipe. Let's do our copper. All right, let's see if the auto connect works. I haven't done this with pipes yet in this capacity. Oh, you turkey. I didn't delete the foundations. Got ahead of myself. Well, that takes a minute to build, doesn't it? All right, let's try this again. Blueprint auto connect. Unbelievable. That's a game changer. How far can I go out? Oh, 2 foundations. Two foundations. It's going to take 744 pipe. I mean, not pipe, copper sheets. All right, how long is this going to take to build? It didn't take too long. Yeah, that's a game changer. That's incredible. Oh, I forgot to put my music back on. Where's the music? There we go. That was awfully quiet. Now, I do one more. Just want to kind of get a... No, I don't need that. Now I want to add some lighting to this. I was thinking about this corridor. I just don't know how much. That's kind of cool. I don't know how much we'll make it through. But I can mess with that on another day. What else do I want to do? I've got about, what time is it? It's almost 5 o'clock. I got about 30 minutes. Unfortunately, we're gonna go right at 3 hours today. I wish I could go much, much longer. How about I run some power? So I started running power on this side, and this is I think this is the direction I want to go. Actually, I know that's the direction I want to go. So let's continue that. And get this ran. Kind of boring, but necessary. When I was messing with the aesthetics, I added this little side room or foundations. I was thinking maybe I can do like a control room, and I put all these priority power switches. And I thought about breaking them up on, just being able to turn certain rows on. I'm not sold on that idea yet, though. And I can technically crank all these on and see if we're getting water at the other end. That'd be probably beneficial. Why don't we do that? Let's see if we can get power ran to everything. And just temporarily run all the, get power. That's crooked. Get water pumping and see if we're getting what we're supposed to be getting at the end of each line. And just kind of pressure test it a little bit. And I want to see how much power this draws. I mean, I guess we could figure that out on our own without 20 megawatts. That can't be right. I think it's 20 megawatts without it power sharded. Say, production. Yeah, it's 20 megawatts without it power sharded, so... $62 times 20. So without power shards, it's 1,200 megawatts. Oh, hello. Hmm. Oh, come on. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Alright, we're almost there. Bear with me. For some reason, I can't talk and run power lines at the same time. It's like one of the only things that I don't know why it is. But we need to hook up these pumps. Cannot forget the pumps. Alright, so this row gonna have to tie in. Well, I haven't been tying these rows together, so we need to do that as well. How are we gonna do that? I mean, temporarily we can just run it across this. Yeah. Like kind of figure out the permanent solution. Oh, come on, grab it. Thank you. Just connect that to there. Where do you want to connect this from? Technically, this one's already got juice, yes? Yeah. This one should not. Okay. $1,048 megawatts. That's not the max. That's not reading that they're power sharded. All right, we need to run these 10 across here real quick. All right, moment of truth. Moment of truth. Let's kick them on. $24,000 megawatts? That can't be right. Can it? 67.2. 4,100 megawatts. Everybody's running. See purpley blue lights everywhere. Uh-huh. Pumps are running. So, in theory, we should have full pipes down here. I mean, not right away, but full. Getting there. Getting there. Full. 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 Well, if I hit 100%, I'm... Holy shit. $18,600 water. It's just that easy. And these are all stopped because they're full. Why are y'all still running? Guess it's backing up. Yeah, it's just backing up. It's taking a minute for it to all back up over here. Boom, boom. Yeah, it's full now. This technically should be the last one right here. That's the furthest to go. And it's shutting down. Well, it works. It's running. All right, well, let's kill the power. Let's flush the system. I mean, I guess we don't have to flush the system. Now, I thought this gives you a breakdown of how much each side's using. I guess not. Hold on, let me check something. Yeah, I mean, it's 67.2. Only 4,000 megawatts. There, let's kill the power. Well, I call that a success. And like I said, I like this proportion way better than when I had 152 of these. I don't think I'm gonna have enough time to get to blueprints for the ingots. So I'm sitting at my hard stop here, unfortunately. Maybe I can play with some decorating for a few. Why don't we do that? So I kind of came up with this little design here. I like it. I'm just, I want it to be random. I will see you later, Surplus. I'm almost done for today anyway, so I probably won't be back on until Friday. I got a lot of stuff going on today and tomorrow at work. So either Friday morning for me or Friday evening, maybe. Will probably be the next time. But that's kind of be TBD on a multitude of other things. But anyway, you have a good day. We'll see you later. So anyway, I came up with this. I like this design, and I built these as blueprints when I was doing some of this offline testing stuff. So I can kind of add these in. But realistically, it's just kind of whatever floats my boat, right? And I did build I think I built a vertical one. I did here. Now, I don't remember which side I put the freaking lights on. That side. So I definitely like that. And I was playing around with this over here. I don't really want to run all these manually, so I was thinking about doing a blueprint. Let's clear this. Why don't we work on that real quick? Basically needs to be, let's see. Is that where I ran those? Yeah. I'd much rather do this tedious work once than a million times over. Is that effing curved? What in the world? Probably because I had it on curve. Makes sense. Now doing it this way, I am going to have a gap. Not a gap. I'm not going to have an overlap when I put these next to each other. So I'm going to have that seam. But I think I'll be fine with that. And we're going to... I'll see. I mean, but I could always just nudge the blueprint over too, right? let's call this ingot factory. Water. Exterior lighting. Sure. Exterior signs for water extractor building or ingot complex. Put it undefined for now. Pick sign. Pick copper. No. Copper. Save. See how well this goes on. Backwards. Okay. Excuse me. That actually went pretty easily. Worried that was that easy. Should I be worried? Oh yeah, much easier doing it this way. I'm going for a swim. All right, I like that. I think I need to play with these. Look too similar, right? I think I need to play with that a little bit. But I think we're on the right path. Yeah, I'm super happy with that. All right, well, I've been going right at 3 hours, and I think I need to get wrapped up. Get ready for work. So, yeah, pretty successful day. I'm really happy with the progress. I didn't get to the blueprints for the ingot factory, but I think what we got done is pretty good. I'm happy with this. It gives me a good starting point for next stream. Heck, I may put these lights on the inside. Maybe not. Anyway, I appreciate everybody following along and watching, listening to me ramble on. It's beyond appreciated. I can assure you. I just, you know, I had, I think 100 and something viewers, concurrent viewers today. I haven't done that. Did it one other time, which I thought was an anomaly. So kind of gives me a little bit of pause for reflection on, you know, people may be actually enjoying this a little bit, or it could just be YouTube's kicking everybody over here that's asleep and has autoplay on. Either way, I accept it. Had no problem with it at all. So anyway, I thank y'all, and we will see you next time.